My name is Joshua, and I'm the Tribune. I want to talk today about something so beautiful, which is God's secrets. Now, there are so many types of secrets, so many different ways He hides things and reveals them, but today I want to talk about a couple certain ones that I feel are just on my heart to say. The first one is the type of secret that He is very excited to reveal in your future that He doesn't want you to find yet. This is so powerful because we have to understand that God has presents for us. He loves to surprise His children. It's something that if you think that you love to surprise your children and give them gifts that they have to open up on their birthday or on Christmas or on just some random occasion, then times that by 10 million and you won't even scratch the surface of how God feels about giving His children gifts that He actually has to surprise them with. Now, the problem with this is people like to know everything when it comes to God. They will happily accept gifts from people and other humans. They'll just accept the gifts, and they're so excited to receive something that they don't understand what it is. They have no idea what's inside, and they will just gleefully open it up, thank the person before they even open it, and then open the gift and see what's inside. Now, with humans, this could be a very disappointing experience. Because what if someone gives you a gift that you really don't care about? This happens all the time. This happens all the time. One time I gave somebody a gift, and it was a great gift, I thought. They opened it up and said, "Oh, I can't use this. I don't need it." And I thought, oh my gosh. I just thought this was the greatest gift because I thought it was a great gift for them. But it didn't mean anything to them. What a disappointing experience for them. And for me. God is absolutely not like this. This is why we should be very excited when God does not want to reveal something to us quite yet that is good. Because He has things planned out where you are going to be so surprised at the right time. And He knows the future of when that time is right. I'm going to give you an example of a situation that will encourage you to accept when God is trying to surprise you with a gift. Now, let's say that you ask God what He's going to do in your life next. Okay? And when is He going to do this? Right now, if He tells you right now, this day, He knows that within this day, something's going to happen to you that's going to make you sad. So He will choose not to tell you, because if He told you today, something will come that will rob your joy of it. And it's just the human experience. So He'd rather wait to give it to you when you could fully enjoy it. Because once that thing is revealed, it's revealed. And you miss it. If you miss it, you miss it. You can't get that moment back. So if God is not telling you something, trust Him. If God's not doing something that you think He should do, trust Him. He likes to outdo Himself. He actually purposely likes to do things way beyond what you ask Him, just because that's who He is. So trust Him. Don't get mad. Don't get worried or nervous. Just watch. Now, on the other side, there are things that He keeps from us because it's not good for us to know. When I was a kid, I would get unbelievably excited to go to Disneyland. It was my absolute favorite thing to do, and I would actually have a freak out that wouldn't be able to be compared to anything else at that time in my life that I was excited for. So what happened was, I would be told that I'm going to go to Disneyland as a child. This is a good thing to me and everybody. I would get so happy that I would start having anxiety. I mean, anxiety that was not good for me. And I would start getting cramps and stomach aches. I wouldn't be able to sleep. And I just buzz out. So, wisdom was with my mother, and she would tell me nothing. She wouldn't tell me we're going to Disneyland until the next morning when she wakes me up. And sometimes not even right when she wakes me up, because then I wouldn't be able to eat breakfast. She would tell me on the journey in the car, maybe halfway there. So then by the time I'm bursting over with excitement, and by the time I can't control it, it peaks. And instead of going into anxiety, I'm going into an attraction that I love so much. And it becomes a wonderful experience. God is like this. We want him to tell us things that if he were to tell us too soon or at the wrong time, we would have anxiety because it's so amazing to us. That you don't understand gifts like this. I'm talking about a gift that you never even expected. A gift that you almost feel like you can't even live without that gift. Because it's so beautiful and comes through your relationship with the Father. And I'm not talking about foolish things like money. I'm not talking about a car. I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm talking about purpose. I'm talking about commissions. I'm talking about God's like, listen, I'm going to create something with you, and this is the thing we're going to create. And you'd fall out on the floor. You might pass out. You might not enjoy a year of relationships because it's not time to start building with God in that moment, that thing that is so beautiful. So what he'll do is he'll keep it a secret from you. For your good. He will make sure that you can still enjoy, because of your ignorance of what's going to happen with you. You'll be able to enjoy the time, the downtime. You'll be able to rest. He gives you rest. His secrets give rest. Him keeping a secret from you also gives you rest so that you can build the energy up in order to execute that thing that you are going to do with him. So there's many different reasons for secrets from God. There's things that there are mysteries he doesn't ever want you to know, and you're never going to know. And if he decides to keep that secret, then you have to know it's for your own good. This comes through the relationship with God. And you learn to appreciate these secrets. He will give you a step to do. Right now, keep a secret. You won't know anything about the next step. Now, I know some people are thinking, oh, if he gives me the step right now, then I'll be able to look at that step and tell what we're going to do next. Oh, stop. That's the problem. Rewind. You can't do that. Because now you're looking to the next step and you're actually going to do it wrong. And then you're not going to be able to do this step right because you're thinking about this, and then you're going to prepare this step to do it like that when he doesn't want that like that. So he will keep it a secret from you. The next step, you won't even know what he's going to do next. With that thing, you won't even know. Because it's so much higher than you. It's way up there. Every step you're going to have to hear him. So he'll keep the next step a secret. For one reason, sometimes. So that you won't mess up this step. Because some steps are so wonderful that you could actually just lose your mind and forget what you need to do right here, or maybe you can't focus. And then God's not pleased. And then nothing gets done, and then you can't have what he told you you're going to have because you got too crazy about it. You lost your mind. So these secrets are so beautiful. Now, another side of God, another kind of secret he has, is he actually stores treasure in certain places that are unknown. He stores them in places where there's not only booby traps around them, but they're camouflaged. This is the best one. This is so awesome. Because he knows what will be needed and what will really benefit his purpose and you, because he loves you first. That's the reason for purpose anyway, is his love for the people. That's what purpose is. Now, he will store things in hidden places and let you stumble on them. That is just the most beautiful thing. To actually come and walk, and you're walking and you pass a garbage can, and you think there's trash in there. And you don't even think anything of it. It's not even, you're just going through your regular, and you open the garbage can, and there's treasure inside there. And you're like, oh my God, only God can do that. And you start learning his character. You start learning about, oh my gosh, he has kept this trash can here with treasure in it for 200 years. It's just been there. He loves buried treasure. That's exactly why there's so much treasure in clothing royalty. And I mean, you can actually go and see there's treasure all around, literal treasure, in our paintings, in our branding. It's treasure because he loves buried treasure. Treasure, there's so many forms of treasure. And he will actually hide these things. So for you to go to God and say, I want to know everything. I want to know, I don't want you to hide anything from me. Like we do this foolish thing where we think we want that, and he won't even budge, but we will argue that for years. Oh, we need that, I need to know that. That would be as crazy as one of your kids coming up to you and saying, don't ever wrap any more of my presents. Ever. In fact, before you buy it, I want to know what you're buying. Can you imagine that demand? Oh my God. I can't imagine. No kid would even ask that, ever. And no parent would allow something like that. Any worthy parent would be like, oh, well, yeah, okay, I'll do that. No. So why do we think God is going to do that? Why do we demand this of him? Who do we think we are that we're going to demand that? That's the most idiotic thing to do. There's two reasons why it's stupid. The first is that we don't know we're stabbing ourselves in the neck because really we're going to inflict ourselves by wanting to know everything. That's the first thing. The second thing is we're taking away a whole bunch of joy. And we're taking away the best thing, which is our relationship with him, because if he were to just reveal everything to you, then you wouldn't need to walk with him and have a relationship with him, which is where everything comes from in the first place. This is why his secrets are so beautiful, and we need to enjoy them. We need to enjoy when he keeps a secret and trust him. Just like our children trust us when they run out to the Christmas tree or come out on their birthday and know that, wow, there's gifts that I can unwrap and see, and it's a process. It's exciting. It's exhilarating. So God is way higher than that. We need to study these things, look in our situations, and compare them. We will be freed from the anxiety of wanting to know everything. He will not do it. He's too wonderful of a father to do that. He's beautiful. So, in order to do this, you need to be a Christian. The prayer is down below in the description. And you need to have a relationship with him. You need to get to know him. You need to be his friend so that you can experience this. You are not going to find God's treasures not seeking relationship with him. I don't care what you think. You really think that people who aren't in a relationship with God have treasure? I told you before, that's not treasure. That's dirt. It's trash. It's not real treasure. The enemy wants us to think that that's treasure so that we don't find the real treasure because it will defeat him. He wants all the treasure to himself. But not only does God have his own treasure, but he will take all treasure. I told you, he melts it down, builds it back up way better. If it's the enemy's. We shouldn't think of the enemy as some ghoulish being wearing tattered clothes with like smoke coming off his shoulder and hunched over with ragged teeth. No. He likes opulence too. He likes to copy God. He wants to be God. He wants to copy him. So he likes to hoard treasure as much as he can for himself. I think we'd be surprised. That's why we need to start taking these areas back. Because he needs to bow down to what God's doing in the earth. And he has no choice. So we need to trust God's secrets. Get in a relationship with him. And there's enough treasure for everybody. There's enough treasure for everybody, but the people who won't go get their treasure, that treasure will get reassigned. Because there's certain treasure that has to be excavated, it has to be done on the earth. So please, don't let your treasure get reassigned and excavated by somebody else because you wouldn't seek relationship with him and you're not able to get your treasure. That would be a tragedy. Nobody wants that. But there's enough treasure for everybody. Everybody. And everybody would be content. This is the new era. These are what the generals are doing. God's generals are coming up in the ranks. I love you. Trust his secrets. Enjoy them. Hail Jehovah.